Welcome back. Let's start talking about the vending. Before I do that, I have a story to tell you guys. And when I say guys, I'm actually from Wisconsin. So, here we are again, creating another video. You guys are watching another video on the YouTube. Thank God for YouTube, right? What would you not be able to learn if you didn't have YouTube, if the world did not have YouTube? I mean, think about all the things you can learn on YouTube. You can learn how to make ramen noodles. You can learn how to hack a soda can with a pencil. What other things can you learn? Well, you can learn how to make money. And in this video, we're going to teach you a little bit more about the vending business. Now, before I tell you a little bit about what I was going to tell you, I want to talk to you a little bit about what happened to me last night. I was driving down the road. Winter's coming. Even in Texas, we do get a little bit of snow once in a while. In the wintertime, we do get snow. It probably will be about an inch or two, and then it'll disappear the next day. It'll melt by the next day. So we don't get a lot of snow, but we do get ice once in a while. It'll snow and melt, and then we'd get ice on the roads, and then we get car crashes everywhere because people in Texas don't really know how to drive in the snow and on the ice. And I really thought I knew how to drive on ice because I grew up in Wisconsin and I had driven a little bit in the snow in Wisconsin, but then when I come to Texas, the ice is a bit different than the snow. So it's getting a little colder. It was raining and it was nighttime. It was late, dark outside, driving down the highway, and I see this young man with his thumb out, and I thought, you know what, I'll give the guy a ride. And I don't normally give hitchhikers a ride. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend hitchhiking as well. I don't recommend hitchhiking. But I thought, if someone's going to rob me, I don't think he's going to be putting his life in jeopardy by working in the rain, in the cold, perhaps getting pneumonia, getting sick. I talked to my father. I was over at his house a while back, and he had cut some logs for a fireplace that he has in his house, and they were just right out in the front yard, just laying around in the front yard right by the road, And it was getting late, getting dark, and I asked my dad, I said, would you like it if I helped you putting the logs away, putting them, you drag them around back and put them back by the back door? And he said, no, they're fine. They're fine for right now. And I said, Dad, I was a lot younger, of course. I was probably about 16 or so, 17. And I said, Dad, but don't you think somebody might steal these logs? And he goes, no, because that would require work. And people who thieve, people who steal, they don't want to work. So nobody's going to steal these logs. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why I picked that guy up, because I thought to myself, if he is a thief, he's not going to make it easy. He's going to make it easy for himself. He's going to do it on a bright, sunny day when the weather's nice. You know what I mean? So I figured this guy was a legitimate person in need of help. So I picked the guy up. He had a beard and a mustache. He had tattoos all over. From what I could see. And he just looked like a drug addict or something. And he had a bag with him, a little knapsack with him, a little backpack with him. And we drove a bit, and he was real quiet, didn't talk. And I just thought I'd try to stir up a conversation just to be friendly, And I looked down at his backpack, and I said, so what's in the bag? And he looked at me, and he said, that's none of your business. Just shut up and drive. And it really took me by surprise. I shut up. I didn't talk to him anymore after that. I knew where he was going. He told me when he got in. And when we got to his destination, I stopped. He got out, and I drove off. I was in a hurry. I didn't want to do. If that guy's that angry, get rid of that guy. Get out of his sight. And about a mile down the road, I looked down on the floor of the car, and the backpack was still there in the car. I can't believe it. So anyway, I went back to find the guy, and he was gone. I couldn't find the guy at all. So Anyway, so the tip of the day. When you are filling up your machines, filling up your gumball machines, clean the inside of the machine. Don't just clean the outside. Don't just clean what people can see when the machine is locked up. But what you want to do is when you take the canisters out of the machine, you want to clean the inside where the coins are and where the chute is, where the candy slides out. Now, there is a reason why, and for the most part, you really don't have to, but once in a while you'll find some nosy Nelly coming around, snooping around, wondering what's going on, and they want to know every little tidbit of what's going on in the vending machine business world, and they'll come right over and snoop right over and look right inside your little gumball machine. And guess what? If it's dirty, even where the candy doesn't slide out, if it's dirty where the coins are, that may be something that's so unappealing that they may decide not to use your machine. And they may tell other people, don't use that machine, it's filthy, I've seen it on the inside. So, cleanliness, as they say, is next to godliness. And people buy things to eat, as I've said before, with their eyes. They eat what looks good. If you think about it, when you go into a restaurant, first thing you should do is go use the restroom and look at the restroom. Look around at the sink and the toilet and the floor. And if it's clean, the kitchen will probably be clean. The kitchen is usually about as clean as the bathrooms, okay? So think about that when you're cleaning your vending machines. You want your machines to be clean, inside and out. You want the customers to want to eat the candy. You want them to want to spend the money on the candy. Okay, so that's the tip of the day, and I will let you go, and I will make another video hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.